What's going on YouTube? Today's Tuesday the 16th. We currently did not have school today, so I was able to trade live with the Discord. If you guys are not in the Discord, it's in the bio. If you guys are new, welcome. If you guys are coming back from another video, welcome. And if you guys have been here all along, welcome again. There's a few things I want to talk about in today's video. It's going to be a pretty serious one, in my opinion. There's a few things that happen in my live stream, or at least in my live trading, that I want to go over. The main thing is I said that I idolize and I respect people that talk about their mistake. And I know everyone can relate on some point that when they make mistakes in life, whether it's in trading, just in life in general, in school, there's two types of people. There are people that can understand their mistakes and that reflect on their mistakes and that improve on their mistakes. And there are the people that make mistakes and don't give a shit and just keep making mistakes over and over. I idolize the people that fix their mistakes, that understand their mistake, and that grow on their mistakes to become a better person or a better trader. So today's an example of that. Today I made countless mistakes, and that's due to the fact, I have a few reasonings, my personal reasonings, and I have, the market's reasoning. The first thing I want to talk about is that if you guys remember yesterday, on Monday, it was MLK Day, and there was also a bank holiday. So the bank holidays basically goes from 9:30 to 1. That's when the U.S. market, New York time, opens and closes. What I didn't realize is the day after the bank holiday, a lot of orders get filled. A lot of orders want to get filled. A lot of orders are getting filled. And there's a lot of volatility and a lot of liquidity. That's something I did not know. And that's something I experienced today. And I think a lot of people can relate. Personally, I just want to congratulate people that were in my Discord live. Especially there was Hamlet and there was Harley that were just doing absolutely fucking just fantastic in their trading. And I'm pretty sure there was one more. Let me go see. And there was J21. So congrats to those guys. Shout out to those guys. If you want to join the live stream, join the Discord. So a lot of people banked, right? Unfortunately, I made a few mistakes. I lost, but that's okay. And I'll explain it why. So, and I have a few notes here to go over if you have time to listen to the whole video. I'm just going to go over them real quick, right? Bank holiday volume, I talked about that. Looking at multiple charts, especially NQ. So I've had, his name was Harley in the live stream, and he and Keegan too was trading NQ both at the same time. And I was just not paying attention to NQ at all. I was on SPX or the S&P 500 24/7. I was focused on the S&P 500. And so what that made me realize, and even DXY, I had a few questions about DXY, and that's because DXY, NQ, and SPX basically work all together. And DXY on the daily had something to say about how SPX would act today, and NQ also had, NQ also had a play into what would happen today, and I'll talk about what happened here. So that's one thing I want to cover. I need to learn more about the market structure shifts and when it's the right time to enter. So market structure shifts happen basically on every time frame every day. I just need to learn, obviously high time frames P array, right? What to target, what I want to target. Obviously having the right bias, and I need to learn from others. So, if you have any chart ideas, if you want to post your chart in our Discord, feel free to do so. We have a channel for basically every indices, stocks, anything you can think of is in there. And I need to learn how to keep my clean or a clean chart. So what do I mean right now? Right now, as you can see on the daily, it looks wonky. It looks like I'm fucking doodling, doesn't it? I need to learn how to give or put less information that tells more, if that makes sense. I need to make it so it's visible and understandable to not only me, but to my viewers, because it might be confusing to you guys. You guys don't always know what I put there, and then I go to explain it, and maybe I forget what I was trying to do there. Because when I trade live, you see me drawing lines and stuff like that all the time, liquidity getting run here and there. It's a shit show. So Let's get right into the the possible trades we wanted to take, and I'll explain what happened. So right off the bat, I just want to say, let's remove this. Let's do this and this. Okay, I'll just look at this price action. So far during the day, okay, so far during the day, just looking at this, ask yourself, when you have seen me trade my strategy, when you've seen me do the standard deviation, where do I target most of the time? And if you know me, you know that I target between the -2 and the -2.5 standard deviation, level. Now, what does that look like? Because standard deviation can look very different. Standard deviation, usually, let's do this. Actually, let's do this one. Okay, so standard deviation here can look very different. So standard deviation can go from like this, so it can be very, very wide, or standard deviation can be like really small like this, right? Now, in a trade, when you have standard deviation, usually I drop my standard deviation when there's a swing low, and that swing low creates a high that breaks the market structure shift or the internal swing high, vice versa if it's a sell model. So for example here, a low, right, creates a high up here that breaks this swing high, for example. I'm just saying, like, as an example. So you draw the standard deviation. Now when you draw this, it gives you an idea of how far the market can go up. Now the market just closed like right about now. So this is perfect time, but if you were to enter here, my target would be the -2.5 or -2.25, right? And that's because of the risk to reward. And I just found that it's easier to target something that is, less out here and more over here, because it's more likely to line up with past liquidity. And this is just like, if you're doing a swing trade, this is where like the top of the top would hit. Usually hits a -4 before, hitting the -5.3, -5 at all. Just gives you an idea of where price might want to go off that market structure shift. Now, just looking at this 5-minute chart, this to me isn't tradable. And the reason why is because there's not a trend, and it's not going one way, it's not going the other way. It's going down, then it went up, and then it went down, and then it went back up halfway through. It did not break out of any ranges. It just targeted previous liquidity and reacted off previous liquidity, right? It may look like you can take a trade here, which we try to. As you can see in the live stream, I'll explain the trade we took here. And there was a little trade that I try to take there later. But you'll notice that this range itself isn't fully tradable with my strategy. Because you'll realize that we hit not only one, but 3 other high time frame PD arrays on the 1 hour. And we had basically no entries on the 5-minute. So it was very hard to even get in the market, and it just did not go well for us. So, but we learned from our mistakes. So let's talk about it. We had London highs. Okay. We had London highs up here that get swept at 740. We have London lows down here that also get swept before those London highs get swept. We have low of day. So this is the low day. Well, this is the low day, but this was low day at that time when I got on the charts. So I marked low day. As you can see, price did this. And if you were in the live stream, you would have known that I called this out. I said that I absolutely hate this price action here. Absolutely hate this. It is, in my mind, it's choppiness. It is back and forth. It's rangy. What I mean by rangy, it might sound weird, but to me it makes sense. Rangy means it's in a range, in a constant range. And I don't like this because, it can manipulate price down. But it's almost like accumulation. This is almost accumulation. This is the manipulation, and that would be the distribution, right? And you'd get on you basically enter off this. You'd get in this candle here for the distribution. So that could have been a trade. It just wasn't my strategy, but that's what you could have done. Okay. Called this out in the live. I said I did not like this. we saw this kind of come down, and what I had said, I'm pretty sure, was we made a swing high here, swing low. Thing is, when you look at this, I'll just mark it out like this, just so it's clear. Just want you guys to understand what I'm trying to see here. So if you guys understand, I'll just point it out like this. Boom. Boom. And this goes down. Okay. So in this trend here, you can see that right now the order flow, you would say, is bullish, because we're making lower highs and then higher high, and then all of a sudden you make a lower high, but it doesn't break it, it doesn't close under it, but it does create that swing low, which is a lower high. And then you make a lower high. So this was the lower high, and you make another lower high. Thing is, it's not closing, but it's not a higher high. So it's not going up, it's going down now in swing, oh, my bad. It's not high, it's a swing low, my bad. Lower low, low day, higher low, lower low of that previous one, and then lower low from that previous one. So now it looks like we're going down. And so the mistake I think I did was thinking that this would be a market structure shift to the downside. That, I think, was the mistake I did, because then what we did in the Discord was say that this move down here, this move, was impacted by this SIBI, which was this 1 hour time frame, high time frame PD array, which we had right here off pre-market. And this was right after Monday. So this was the if you paid attention, Monday after market closed, this happened Monday, and we had a very nice distribution down, created the SIBI. 5 minute, guess what happened on the live? We tapped into it. We hit the consequent encroachment, it would have been a different story, but we tapped into it. I said, hey, we're going down. We went down. We created a low day. We swept that low day. We created a new low day. And then we tapped into this, which at the time I did not have, but it was actually like, pretty sure it was a 1 hour order block that was right above this buy side liquidity. And one of my members, pretty sure it was Harley, that had like a 5 minute sell side liquidity pool down here on NQ, and was looking to go long, right? And so I was also looking to go long, but not quite. Well, actually, no, I was looking to go short, but not here. I wasn't looking to go here. I was looking to go short up here, because what we had done was, hey, market structure shift. What are we looking for now? We're looking for a range, right? So that's what I thought. So we draw the range, and then we notice, or actually I'll make it prettier. I'll just do this. Pretty sure I have a tool just for this. Okay, no, that's big. Okay, so we have the range here. You can see the 0.5 is here. So the premium should be here. And so what I saw at first in the premium was this 5 minute fair value gap that we had here. And then we had a, pretty sure it was an inversion fair value gap that happened here. Or was it on the 3 minute? I think it was on the 3 minute, no? It was. If this will let us do it. No, I think it was higher, wasn't it? Where did we have that inversion at? Let me look in the Discord. So I posted this in the Discord. Okay, so it's on the 5 minute. Oh yeah, so it's on this down move here. Okay, so it's on the 5 minute, my bad. Where are we here? Had this 5 minute inversion, which wasn't really inversion because we closed above, so I don't know why I thought that was inversed. Anyways, drew the OT, and the OT lined up with the inversion, as you saw that, right? If you saw the live, you would have known I called this out. I was like, you know what? Well, I'll just delete the OT because I'll just enter off the fair value gap, the inversion fair value gap. And I basically said for some reason I would like price to come to the consequent encroachment and then maybe reject right off of it, and then we could be good. And if you paid attention, I don't think I was sharing my screen, but price did come back up, created a swing low. I said that, let me see in the SPX chart. I said this. So I said, want to form a swing low right here. And I predicted, I said, oh, we want to go up. Obviously, at the premium array, we want to hit this fair value gap. There was a Fed minute here, the market structure shift, and we want to come up, enter there, and then go short from there. And as you can see, we went up, we hit that 5 minute fair value gap here that was created, also in the premium, comes down, and then it comes back up, shows even more bullish, what do you want to call it? Bullish distribution. We create a institutional order block right here that gets, traded here. Get past this fair value gap here. And then this gets used as inverse here. And then we come up here, and though pretty sure I had executions here. Yes. Okay, so this was paper. We did this on demo. But I did go in with a contract, one very small. Entered, oh yeah, I sold it here because I bought for some reason. Sold it here, so almost at the, basically right there at the level. And then as you can see, we got stopped out, pretty sure above this high, or what was the, yeah, above the high here. So what do we get here? Yeah, we just sold right on this candle there. So that's what happened. Now, that's a mistake. That was one trade that was bad. I'm pretty sure everyone loses in the market at one point. I was just kind of upset because at the time I was like, it's a pretty good setup. We've hit this 1 hour PD array. But then what happened was, again, on the 1 hour from Monday, what we had created was this little range here. And this was a bunch of order blocks, bunch of liquidity waiting to get filled to then come back down, right? Because our weekly bias, again, right, was this daily fair value gap in the premium of that range, or discount, whatever you want to call it. And so price shot up. This is where Keegan and Harley, banked. They got on the calls. They bought on this way up and then sold up here. And this is where I was watching, I was like, okay, well, now we have this, order block up here. What are we going to do? As you can see, a bunch of orders get filled. And this is where I realized around this time that, oh shit, we're after bank holiday. So all the orders that, were not filled this day are now getting filled today. So I was like, fuck, that's why this price action is so fucking consolidating, because they're not trying to go higher. They're not trying to go lower until all orders are filled. And where are all the orders? Up here from Monday. That was like the last range session of Monday. And that's what I realized a little too late. So would it be smart to not trade after bank holidays? Yeah, I could probably take a day off, but I think I think emotions got the best of me because today was a day off. We had planned to go live trading with Keegan, so I was excited to take a trade, at least get in the market. Yeah, I think I made a few mistakes. I can definitely improve. Definitely would encourage to post you guys' charts, learn from each other. I think that's the biggest thing that this community can have is learning from each other. No one needs to gatekeep. We're all trying to make money here. So if someone can share a tip and then, you might learn from someone else. Like, not everyone is the best at trading. Let's just get that straight through the door. Not everyone is the best at trading. And it doesn't matter if you have a 500K account and you pass it 5 times, dude. You can always learn something new every day. So this was the trade. Obviously a loser, but I'm not going to cry about it. What I'm going to do about it is be happy about it, that it happened, and it happened so early in my career where I can learn from it, and I have a bright mind, and I can learn from those mistakes and make a video about it and educate you guys on what not to do. What I will do to hold myself accountable is I will learn more about market structure shifts, where they happen, when they happen, stuff like that. Learn more about the ICT 2022 buy and sell model. Obviously, that's a huge thing I'm trying to learn, and high time frame PD arrays. So what to target using standard deviation, when to target it, and obviously what kind of levels we should have, and using more charts. As you can see, I have a TradingView free plan for like 30 days, and I can use these charts like this, for example, to have SPX, NQ, and ES all in the same time right here, where I can see all their price action. But I think the biggest thing would be to just go on here and go to ES and just go over the daily and you know, go over the price action and see what ES is doing, see what NQ is doing. And I think that will help me way more than everything. See what QQQ is doing, see what DXY is doing. That's what we talked about. I think those are all things we can improve on. So that's the end of the video. If you guys want to leave a comment, go for it. If you guys want to join the Discord, again, it is in the link tree in my bio, or you can go to my TikTok. I'm pretty sure it's like French Trades or something. Yep, but I will see you guys either tomorrow, after tomorrow, or whenever I post again. Peace.